top of it. I want to be completely transparent on this video, as always, and give you guys something to relate to for those that may be going through a hard time or even rock bottom and just feel like there's really no hope and you're just all the way done. You're out the game. I'm here to let you know, man, that I'm right there with you. My situation, financially at least, is the worst that it's been in at least 5+ years, maybe 6 years. That I haven't been down this bad in a long time. And the only difference with now is that the money is worth less with inflation, so it's a little bit tougher now. And I've had a good amount of money, and I've seen what it's like. I've felt it, and so it really hurts when you had it and you let it slip away due to a terrible habit that you picked up, or not even a habit, just a bad decision making that led me here. So to paint the picture, man, I'm 32. I'll be 33 in about 3 weeks. As of today, October 25th, 2025. And man, to just be blunt, man, I had well over $100,000 to my name. At the highest point, maybe about 110,000. At the end of 2022, beginning of 2023, I had a large portfolio of invested stocks. Some of the best companies that you see today, Nvidia, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, just a bunch of stuff. I had a bunch of great stocks. I had a bunch of Bitcoin, had gold chains, everything, man. I had a bunch of assets. I had a couple cars, and I was doing well, man. I was traveling. You know what I'm saying? I was having my way. I had the same business that I have today. I buy and sell electronics. It's my main source of income, my bread and butter, that still to this day has kept me alive. And I was doing well, man. End of 2022, I was rolling. I had all my investments parked and ready to roll for 2023, where it started to boom. And at that time of end of 2022, beginning of 2023, I noticed that my business was having some issues. I was trying to do certain things with eBay and where I was selling phones at, and I noticed it was giving me a hard time with selling a particular kind of device, and I was making good money with those. So I just started to see other issues with my business, and also the fact that I wanted to be able to travel and make money online completely without having to be somewhere local and deal with customers locally. I was over it. I was up, like I said, my money was good, but I wanted to get further ahead and make money online and hurry up the process of turning that 100,000 that I was worth into 1 million as soon as possible. Right? I'm over here looking at social media and I'm comparing my life to theirs, and I'm like, man, you guys are doing well. I want that ASAP. I just hit 30. I turned 30 at the end of 2022, and I just wanted to speed up the process. January of 2023, I bought a Porsche, right? A drop top, beautiful Porsche, man. It was fire red. Oh man. And like I said, I just got that Porsche in January, and my business was starting to have issues right around that time. And so I was kind of in panic mode, and I was really tripping out on, like, damn, I mean, I can afford this Porsche, but that was like $1,000 a month extra for that car note. And I was like, man, I got to figure out a way to make some extra money besides my business, because I'm pretty much just going to be living check to check if my business is going to be suffering, right? So I did pivot into another avenue of money making, which really is the detriment of me, trading stock options, right? I figured I'm good at investing. I understand stocks. I'm great at picking great companies and investing and holding long term. Let me go ahead and dabble in the trading options. I kind of was already kind of studying it and doing a little paper trading, which for those that don't know is like you kind of trade with fake money to just get a feel of how it works and everything. And I kind of got enough of a feel and I was like, man, let me go jump right in. So March 10th, 2023, I finally got the courage to just go ahead and get into trading options with real money. And I remember that first day, man. It was a Friday, and I made like 90 bucks. Made 90 bucks that day, and I was happy with that. I'm like, man, I made 90 bucks. Yeah, that was good. I'm like, shoot, I made a lot of people make 100 bucks a day, and they're happy. I did that in like an hour or two. And so I'm like, oh, this is it. Yeah, I'm about to do that. Plus trade my, flip phones like I've been doing. Combine it, and I'll be up in no time. I'll be able to really ball out like I dreamed of. And I remember the next trading day, that following Monday, I lost like 600 bucks. Right? So I made it 90 bucks Friday and then got cocky and wanted to turn it up and lost 600 bucks. And that was tough. I was like, oof, that hurt. That was like my first sting and feel of a big loss in the market. I didn't know anything really about risk management. I didn't know about, you know, stopping out. Like I didn't have any discipline at all. I didn't know anything about anything. I was just kind of just free balling it, figuring it out. I kind of had some ideas, but I didn't really know how to be a real proper trader. And I was also using margin. And I don't want to get too technical for you guys to miss it, but I got to explain this so it just makes sense. So margin is essentially it's your brokerage allows you to use borrowed money based on the assets that you have on the brokerage, right? So at that time, I had maybe like $60,000 worth of stocks in my portfolio, just sitting and growing. So when I started trading options, and this was on TD Ameritrade at the time, they're not even a thing anymore. I think Charles Schwab bought them out, but $60,000 of stocks. TD Ameritrade allowed me to borrow about $30,000 of margin. Basically, they gave me $30,000 to trade with and play with, right? And I'm just thinking, man, what? You giving me $30,000 to flip and turn up? Oh, let's go. And so I'm just thinking all these things I'm just only looking at what I can make. I'm not thinking about what I can lose. That's not even in my mind because I'm a winner. You understand me? In my mind, I win. I'm a competitive guy. I was an athlete, all that. So I'm just thinking of winning. 30,000, let's turn that into 100,000 and then 200 and then $500,000. You know what I'm saying? So I got 30,000 to trade with margin. And that Monday, like I said, I lost $600. And, I don't remember all the trades after that. I mean, it was up and down. I'd win a little bit and then I would lose a lot, basically, right? Typical trader, typical rookie, most traders, that's how they do. And most traders lose, by the way. It's like 90%, 95% fail, which is crazy to think that you'll be successful at it unless you really know what you're doing. And so I go on this streak of just winning a little and then losing a lot. Winning a good amount and then losing a lot more, right? For months. And then it was like June 7th, 2023. So I'm 3 months in almost trading. And I had my first like devastating loss that just had me on tilt. because up until that point, I was probably about negative 4,000 total in the whole of my margin account. So I'm not seeing a profit yet. I was break even and then I would lose and I'm like, damn, I'm down 4,000. I can't pull money out of this trading thing. So it's June 7th, 2023. I'm fucking getting desperate. I want to just make money. I'm like, man, I'm tired of trading. I wake up every morning. I'm doing all my technical analysis. I'm marking off my charts. I'm trying to get it right. And I take a nasty loss on buying AMD. I'm trying to do an AMD bounce. I'm trying to bounce AMD. And I'm on a trading group and I'm listening to their things. And, you know, that's terrible too. We could talk about that later. But I was just desperate, man. I went on tilt. I had no risk management still, and I'm just throwing whatever. I put like $10,000 into this trade. I take a bounce on AMD. AMD does not bounce. She hits a level, kind of goes up, and just drops. And I even added to it a little bit to see if I can make, and it just kept dropping. It just kept dropping. And I lost $7,000 on that one trade in one day. That was the most money I've ever lost in my life up until that point in one trade. So at the end of that day, my margin, I'm down 4,000 plus the 7,000 of that day. So I'm down $11,000 in my brokerage. Right? So I'm just sitting there looking at that, heartbroken. Heartbroken, devastated. Can't believe it. How did I end up here? And of course, in my mind, I'm like, damn, it's just this hole. You keep digging this hole and you keep, you know what I'm saying? You're falling into this hole. And it's like this nightmare. You don't want it to go, you want it to go away. But you can't, you can't take it back. You know what I'm saying? And the only way to get out of that, to remove that negative number is to sell your stocks, which, guys, I did not want to sell my stocks at all. I'm a long-term investor. I had the best companies. Nvidia, which that company 10x'd from where I bought it at. Today, it's over 10x'd. I didn't want to sell anything. Microsoft, the best companies. Amazon. So I'm looking like, damn, if I want to make money and have it look like where I'm making money, I got to sell some stocks to get this negative number off of my brokerage. And so I'm just like, God damn. Eventually I start selling some stocks. Like, shit, all right, well, at least I'll sell it now and then I'll make money and then I'll buy those stocks back or whatever. And I'm not going to go through the details of the whole thing. Let's speed up the story. But that's just to give you an idea of how it started. Long story short, in 2023, I ended up losing $80,000. Just like that. $80,000. It was just, it was like this. Like the chart of my brokerage was it was like this, and then boom, and then boom, and then boom, and then it just slowly got eaten up. And I'm sitting here, I got a Porsche. My net worth is just tumbling down. I do not have the ability to be in this Porsche. I should not have a Porsche. I should be saving. I should be doing whatever to get them stocks back, whatever. And then long story short, we'll go on 2024. I lost probably 25,000 last year, just continuing to try. And then this year I've lost a lot as well. And it's just, eventually I had to keep selling shit that I didn't want to sell. My stocks, I lost all my stocks, all my shares that I worked for the past couple years to earn, to save money and to put it into stocks that I worked hard for. I flipped phones. I busted my ass negotiating with customers, meeting up with customers, hustling, putting in work. All that hard work gone from trying to turn up this big chunk of change that I made and trying to flip that and turn it up quickly. So, top of 2024, February 24, I got rid of the Porsche finally. So I had it for just over a year. That was heartbreaking, but it needed to be done because I was not about to be a homeless guy with a Porsche. So I got rid of the Porsche. That was very humbling. Thank God I still have my Nissan, which I rented on Turo for about a year. That was terrible. People, I do not recommend Turo as a business model. If you guys are thinking about it, it's not worth it unless you have a bunch of cars and you don't care about what happens to them. Just like Airbnb, people treat your stuff like trash. Um, and yeah, man, slowly last year, I had some momentum. I had some moments where I looked like I could have done well with trading, and then it would just take one day of going on tilt and and forgetting the golden rule of capital preservation. You don't want to lose all your coins on one trade. Just because you're wrong doesn't mean you got to lose it all, right? So, yeah, I ended up just losing again. I made like $7,000 in a month. And then on one day, I went on tilt, got greedy, wanted more than what the market gave me. I was up $1,000 for the day. And I was like, no, I see something. It's going to go up a little more. Greed. Market took it all the way away and it just dumped it all and just threw away a month's worth of trading in one day. It happens to everybody. It happens all the time. And you get this delusion of you just want to get it back. You're like, no, there's no way. I know how to win. I've won before, but it's the losing part that I could never get a grip on. And, it's like gambling. It's very similar to gambling. People say it's not, but it is, especially if you don't know what you're doing. But if you have discipline and you know when to just take your loss and walk away, come back for another day, you can do well. But if you're not disciplined, trading will eat you up. And I'm here to give you my testimonial. And long story short, this year, still trading, still trying, still having hope, still having faith. I've had moments of success. But then, like I said, there'll just be one day you go on tilt, you don't want to accept the loss, you put too much in it, and the market takes it all away in one day. And it just brings you back to reality. Start again, try again. And basically, I had to end up selling everything, man. I had gold chains. Gold is up phenomenally. I made some profit on those chains as well. And I didn't want to sell those at all. I had to break my lease in September. So last month I broke my lease. You can see it on my YouTube as well. Broke my lease because I realized that I was just I wasn't gonna make it. It wouldn't make sense to keep paying rent if rent was a large percentage of your net worth, right? So I had to make the executive decision to go ahead and look for a place that had roommates, which I haven't had since 2018. I haven't had roommates in 7 years, and I never thought I would have roommates again. I talked down on having roommates, and I despised it so much. Got so used to living on my own, it was so comforting and beautiful, having the peace and cleaning up after only yourself. But now here I am, got humbled by my actions, by my greed, to now have to sit down and accept that I got to live with other people that I don't know, with strangers who use the same toilet, same bathroom, same kitchen. And very humbling at 30, almost 33 years old. I don't have a wife, I don't have kids, so that's actually a good thing. I wouldn't want to go through this having a family because that would be even more embarrassing. You know, I guess fortunately I take this loss on my own, and I still feel good about myself, right? And that's the moral of this whole thing, is that despite all of that, I still have I have my head held high. I still feel confident about myself. I don't tie up my value in what I have, the money that I have, the things I own. I don't tie up my value in that because I know I'm a valuable man. I have a lot to offer. I've been through a lot. I have a lot of experience. I still attract women. I still have women that I have I have a couple women that I talk to and see, and potential suitors for the future and everything. But ultimately, man, what I can tell you is that, and let me just sum all this up for those that have made it this far. Thanks for watching, if you are. To just understand, like I said, your money doesn't define you. You have to really, your mindset has to be about perspective, about looking at the bigger picture. You have to zoom out, because if you just lock in on your little situation, you just zone in on woe is me, and you think about, man, what if I didn't? Oh man, you think about all the negatives. What if I didn't lose that money? What if I didn't start trading? What if I didn't buy the Porsche and I did everything right and I just saved my money and did the right thing? Yeah, sure. I'd still have all my stocks. Sure. All the things would have been great. I'd be living in a better spot. Blah blah blah. But that's not the case. It happened. I'm here now. And you got to accept where you're at and understand it's not the end of the world. That's the main thing. You're not at the end of life. You're not done. If you're not in jail or you're not deceased, you're still breathing. You still have enough money to at least maybe pay for a roof over your head. And even that, even if you don't have enough to pay for a roof over your head, worst case, you're homeless. Maybe you have a car. You can sleep in a car. Maybe you don't have a car. You don't have a roof over your head. You don't have transportation. You don't have a car. Not even a car you could put all your stuff in and sleep in. Worst case, you got to sleep outside on some real savage stuff, like go back in time. Hey, I say if that's your situation, save up some money to get a tent. Yes, 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 I'm saying that, man. I've thought about it. I've contemplated, like, forgetting this whole roommate thing. Maybe getting a storage for $100 a month, put all my stuff that I really need, and then just go get a tent and just find somewhere in the woods, post up, make your little spot, get situated, and then that's it. You could do that. You're still alive, you're still surviving, you could do that. And I'm saying this to paint the picture of the overall scenarios that are possible for your situation. So, and you make it so it could be worse. It could be worse. And I'm not saying that thinking about what could be worse is better for you, but it does make your situation feel better when you're like, man, it could be worse. And it's like, well, it's not that bad. And guess what? When you're at rock bottom, I mean, there's only so much lower you can possibly go. It's mostly opportunity to go back up. And that's how I see my situation. I have plenty of opportunity to go back up and get back in a favorable position. So that's where I'm at. That's where I see myself. I know I'm going to get it back and then some. I'm going to dig deep and get this gold mine that's in my mind and pull it out. I'm on YouTube providing value to you guys. I'm posting every day, as you can see. And I'm looking to to really just document my journey and show you guys what's possible. I hope you guys are able to come out of your situations if you are in a similar or worse situation, and be able to document your journey as well, and show, hey, it could be worse. But here I am, a year or two, 3, 4, 5, 10 years later. Who cares? Who cares what the timeline is? It's never going to happen on the time you expect. And so ultimately, man, things will get better. Just, you got to have faith in yourself and ultimately in the Most High, and know that you're in good hands, man. Look at the squirrels, man. Look at the birds. Look at the bugs, the animals that live out in nature with no shelter. They have no money. They don't care about any of that. All they care about is just, do I have enough to eat today? Okay, cool. We ate today. Family ate. Everybody's full. We go to sleep and we start over and we do it again. And we're good. The squirrels found their nuts. Birds found some worms, etc. And everybody's good, man. Everybody's living and thriving. You don't think you're okay? Especially in the United States of America, you don't think you'll be okay? Despite all the fear and the madness and the inflation and all the everything that's going on. I don't care what's going on. You don't think you'll be okay? You'll be fine, man. All right? Just have faith in yourself, and come up with solutions in your mind. Ask yourself questions. Because when you start asking questions, your mind starts answering them. Your mind is a problem solver. We need to use our minds to come up with solutions to our problems. And that's what I'm doing. And I encourage you all to do the same thing. And you'll be out of there in no time. I guarantee it. All right? But that's it, man. I appreciate you guys watching. This video was way longer than I wanted it to be. But, you know, I had to get it all out on video officially. Like I said, man, if you like it, man, leave a like real quick. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section if you guys are going through similar situations, and hit that subscribe button, man. You know, I appreciate your support because I got more stuff on the way. Hopefully you relate to it and can appreciate it. And I'll holler at y'all on the next one, man. Peace.